See there? A few hours later, and it's all pushed back up. Wait a minute. I just took my rag and I kind of pushed on this. Looks like it's lifting just ever so slightly over here, but that's okay because my trim's going to extend over a ½ inch all the way around here. I'm hoping once this dries all the way, it's not going to bubble back down and it's going to stick in place. Okay? Just like that. Now what to do about the leak? Well, here's a suggestion for you. The roof may go up at an angle this way, or it could go up at an angle over this way. So when it's still raining, if you can get up in your attic, kind of pinpoint where this location is, then you can look straight up above this. Chances are it's leaking directly above it, but you could have an instance where maybe the roof goes up at an angle and maybe it's leaking way over this direction and it's coming out and it's running along the roof, the rafter, 3 or 4 feet, and then it's dripping off the rafter, drip, drip, drip right here, and maybe the leak is way over there. Or if it's coming up at an angle, it could come off of here, hit a purlin or something, and then drip off of that over to your light fixture. That's not necessarily a given that's leaking directly above this, okay? The best thing you can do is grab your flashlight when it's still raining, go up there and see where the moisture's coming, because once it's dry, you may think, oh, I'll go look at it, in a couple of days, and then it's all dry. Then you go up in the attic and son of a gun, you're not going to find exactly where it's been leaking if it's only leaked once. If it's been leaking for weeks or something like that, maybe you'll have a mark on your rafter or something like that. Okay, so there's a tip for you. Ah. Don't worry, Joe's not done with you yet. In the next couple of days, I'm sure I'll go up there on the roof, kind of pinpoint the location, see what I can do about it. It might be on a side wall, it might be next to a flashing or something like that. We'll just have to take a look and see. I may have to go up in the attic or something, but you know what? Before I call a roofer, I want to check that out on my own, and maybe I can fix it myself. If I bring a roofer out here, I know it's going to be over $100 just to get him out here just to look at it, and it could be $150 by the time he's all done, and then he may not guarantee the work, and maybe next time it rains, guess what? Maybe it starts dripping again, who knows? So because of all of that, I'm going to take a look at it myself first. Maybe I can fix it myself. You know what? It's been a couple days now. Everything's dry and I need to take some measurements. I'm going to get up there on the roof and try to pinpoint approximately where that eyeball can light is. So I'm going to get some points here. Note where the side of the sliding glass door is out in front of the kitchen, and so I'm going to measure off this point. So when I get up on the roof, I can kind of measure from there. Okay, so it's about 8 feet from the edge of that over to there, and I've already made the determination of where I'm going to measure. That this is the exterior wall of the point where I'm measuring, not that wall. So I'm going to measure over from there to about the center of that, and that looks like about 3 feet. So see, if I get up there, I can measure over 8 feet and 3 feet and kind of pinpoint where that is. Okay? I'm gonna get up on the roof. I might be able to find something, you know, amiss. Maybe there's a tile that's loose. Maybe I can see a piece of flashing that's sticking out kind of at an odd angle, something like that. Before I contact a roofer. I'm not a professional roofer. I don't profess to even think I am, but you know, there's a couple things. Like I always tell you, hey, check a few things out. Maybe there's something pretty logical that's going on, and maybe you can fix it yourself. You don't want to call a roofer, and first thing, he's probably going to charge you a couple $100, and he may be up there for 10 minutes saying, oh, I fixed it. Yeah, here it was. And then you feel silly, like, man, I could have just saved, you know, close to $200, maybe $185 and $10, $15 for some caulking or something, you know, or mastic, can of mastic. So check it out. That is if you feel comfortable getting up on your roof. Don't do anything that you feel uncomfortable doing. Make sure you got the right type of ladder to get up there and all that kind of stuff. Have somebody help you hold the ladder. See, I got an A-frame ladder here, and it's kind of like a big giant ladder, you know, it kind of pulls out all kinds of different directions. And that's what I'm going to use. I can fold it and then extend it up just like a regular full-length ladder. A little giant system is what it's called. Okay, they're heavy, but you know, they kind of work out for taller ceilings and getting up on roofs and stuff, because see, after that I'm probably going to have to go up in the attic. It's been a couple days, and it takes, after 72 hours, once your insulation is wet or your sheetrock is wet, you can have a tendency of growing mold after 72 hours. If you can get it dry within 72 hours, you probably should not be able to worry about that. That's what I've heard anyways. Okay, so I'm within the 72-hour window, and I'm going to get up there because maybe there's some insulation right above the ceiling right there that I should pull back and let dry, because if that's still wet, it's still saturating the sheetrock, and the sheetrock's never going to dry out within that 72 hours. Okay, so I'm going to get up there too, and what am I going to use for the ladder? This little giant. I'm going to be able to extend it out a little bit further and get up through the crawl hole. And so this ladder will do quite a few different things for you. So first off, up the roof I go, because it might, you know, it was 103 yesterday, but for some reason they're thinking that maybe in a couple days it might rain again, you know, a little blast of rain. And if it does, guess what's going to happen? Yes, this is going to get wet again, and my mother is not going to be very happy. Now here's the other thing too. Mother looked at her insurance policy, or homeowner's insurance policy. There's a $250 deductible, but that doesn't kick in unless over $500 of repairs are needed for whatever the home insurance covers. Okay, so if the repairs cost more than $500, she'd have to pay a $250 deductible. If the repairs are $495, she's responsible for the whole $495. And so there's another reason why I should go up there and take a quick look at that, see if I think I can find out where it's coming and try to make the repairs. If I don't feel comfortable after that, you know, if I can't find it or something like that, then maybe it's time to call for a roofer. We'll see. We'll see.